This is my one-of-a-kind, custom-built and designed screen door. I have the shortest wheelbase van of high tops that exists, so I have very limited amount of space to work with. Hi, my name is Vin. I live in my van, Pam, and I've lived in her for 3 years, so come on inside and see. Welcome inside Pam. Her full name's Pamela Vanderson, but we just call her Pam for short. This is my kitchen slash chill out zone. I have really big cabinets all the way around. They're on struts, and I use these wicker baskets for storage. I try to maximize hanging as much as possible. I usually have a fruit hammock, but she, rest in peace, is gone. I have to order another one, but I hang this stuff and all of my spices and my cups. So as much stuff off of the counters as possible. Then I have this, it slides all the way out, and I have my face care on the top and my shower stuff because I have a shower outside. And then I use, I have one pan, one pot, one bowl. I use paper plates so that I have to wash the least amount of dishes as possible. It's not because I don't have a lot of water. I have 50 gallons of water. I just don't like to wash dishes. So, and then this is actually also a reason because I don't like to wash dishes. This hides the fact that I have dirty dishes underneath there. So my countertop is black walnut live edge, and I used high gloss polyurethane on the top and then a matte polyurethane over the bark to keep it more real bark looking. I still lost a little bit, but I'm really happy with it. Everybody really loves my backsplash. They're like, wow, tile in a van. It's sticker, but it holds up really well. I've only had to replace it once in 3 years, and that's just because of the wall behind it needed to be replaced. This is my bench seat. It's probably the smallest one in the world. I have the shortest wheelbase van of high tops that exists, so I have very limited amount of space to work with. But these are purely just for show because it takes up too much room, but it's comfortable to sit in, and I have it absolutely packed. I don't think that I have enough storage for anything in here. I don't think anybody living in any rig has enough storage, unless they are really a minimalist, because it's hard to get stuff in here. I wish I had more storage, and actually built these cabinets custom to have as much storage as possible, because the Home Depot cabinets left me with space up here and space back there, and I was like, that could be 10 shirts or a whole pot. So yeah, I took the plunge and I went with all custom cabinets. Everything in here is custom built. This is my headliner cabinet. I love this because, and this is a new addition, it adds a lot of space. I have a ton of storage up there. I really needed air conditioning because I have the cats, and I did it for 2 years without the air conditioning. And I tried the fans and the cooling mats and the cooling blankets, and it just wasn't enough for me to be like, this is a home. So I dove into the air conditioning, and it's a dive. Van life really can't support air conditioning because solar can't do it. So in order to do this, I had to do a tow hitch, a cage, a generator rack. A lot of work went into having air conditioning, but I'm really grateful that I did it because it is so nice to just be in your house, comfortable, cool, not wiping sweat off of your face, being able to sleep under the blankets on a summer night. My main reason for hitting the road was I wanted to be able to travel full time in a financially stable way. Also, I have the pets, so I didn't really want to leave them for long periods of time or have to move them every day from Airbnb to Airbnb. So the van just gave me a place to have a constant home while still being able to explore the world. If I had to give advice to anybody starting on the road for the first time, would be to live in your build, very no build for at least a few weeks or a month if you can. This is build number 3, and I would have saved a lot of money if I knew like what was important to me. I didn't realize that sitting space was so important to me until I really got on the road. I didn't have the bench seat originally, and the swivel seat was not installed either. So I really didn't have anywhere to sit or entertain company. And then I joined this big community of people, and I have all these friends, and nobody could come into my house. So I really wish I had lived a no build before jumping into the original build and having to live around that until I could afford the second and third build eventually. So I would definitely say, you know, either think it out really meticulously, you know, this is where this is gonna live, this is where that's gonna live, this is where I'm gonna do this is where I'm gonna do that, or live in it with like a mattress and like a little square storage bins of different sizes until you're like, yes, this is it, this is the setup that I want. So we're in my bedroom. We're in the area I spend the least amount of time in my life, which is the idea of a van. It's a queen size bed. It's a little short because I'm a lot short. So it works for me. It's about 5'11" this way, and it's 3 inches longer than a queen this way. So, and then here is my shirt storage, and I Ranger roll all my clothing. Thank you, toxic military men I grew up dating, but it saves a lot of space in clothes. So I have window covers for every window. These two don't really move ever. They're magnetic, and they're 4-season insulated. I got them on Etsy. They're some of the best money I've ever spent. If you're gonna do one thing to your van, it's insulate. This thing stays a good 15-20 degrees cooler on the inside than it is on the outside, which is really key for when you're in places like where we are, Florida. I have a hairless cat and a fuzzy boy, Chicken and Ben. So they make me really happy, and they give me a lot of friendship. This is a really isolated lifestyle. So I spend a lot of time alone, and sometimes like the only company I have for several days is my cats, which is like, they're great for like my emotional support and stuff like that. I traveled a lot in my youth. My parents were big RVers and like timeshare vacationers, and we just went everywhere, and I caught the travel bug really early on when I was young. Then van life started blowing up on the internet, and I was like, a kitchen and a bathroom, a way to shower, you know, obviously that is the level up. So then I was like, you know, van life is the goal. I got myself a van, a really rudimentary rig, and I just started, this is build number 3. So I just started living in it and making stuff that was functional. And then when I finally knew what I wanted, I really like made my dream van with like the wood interior and the Crissy Cross farmhouse stuff, you know, and the live edge. Underneath me is my fridge and my toilet, and also my diesel heater tank. The diesel heater, the piece that blows the hot air, is under the passenger seat. But I have a 12-volt fridge, which is what you want in a van because it pulls less energy than something you would plug into your house. So it has like a car outlet on the end of it, which is really good for low consumption, and that's ideal when you run off of 4 solar panels. And then my toilet is a Thedford porta potty style toilet, and then my diesel heater tank is all the way to the side, and I have to like snake around the screen door to fill that up. But that's everything that's underneath my bed. I have a multi-tiered business for work. I am an artist, and so I make wire-wrapped jewelry and plant hangers and little fairy gardens and spell jars and bath bombs and all kinds of stuff like that. So I sell them at fairs and festivals and markets. I also sell them wholesale, which is like the next tier. I sell them wholesale, the crystals that I mine, seashells that I pick up, jewelry that I make, and fairy gardens and spell jars and all that stuff that I make. I sell that wholesale to touristy shops all around the country, which facilitates traveling. So my reason for picking this particular van was I wanted something short enough wheelbase wise to be able to park in cities so that I could make the most money, because that's where the bigger shows are and the shops that I want to sell wholesale to are located. So I really needed to be able to parallel park anywhere, including Manhattan, because that's home. So I wanted to be able to go home and see family and not have to worry about, oh, where am I going to park my house, or am I going to have to abandon my house somewhere else far away and be trucked by family back and forth. So I didn't want that. So I just very much maneuverability and parkability was why I picked this van in particular. We are outside my van. This is my one-of-a-kind, custom-built and designed screen door. It opens this way, and then this little square opens the other way so that when the door is closed, I could stick my hand through and open and close my sliding door. It has ornamental molding all over it just to make it a little bit nicer, and it has pet grade screening in it. The purpose of doing this screen was to keep the cats in when I couldn't supervise them 100%, but still allow me to have the door open so that I don't have to have the air condition on really hot days like this. The air condition cost me about $10 a day to run. So when it's really needed and I have to lock them up and walk away from the van, I do that. But if I'm hanging out near my van with friends or, you know, doing a fair where I can have the van right behind me, it's really nice to just have the screen door so that the cats can stay at a hospitable temperature. This is my generator cage and outdoor storage. So I have like my hammock and my generator and a little step stool for my business for when I do shows and I need to hang stuff. Just anything that would need to be outside of the van or I can't really fit in the van at the moment. It's on a swing bar so that I can get to the back. So back here I have my business storage, and then I have an inverter, a 3,000 watt inverter, and 4 100 amp hour lithium batteries. I also have my 50-gallon water tank underneath my bed behind my batteries. So you can find me and Pam on TikTok at Not All Who Wander Are Lost with 2 T's at the end of it. And then my business name is Vagabond Jewelry Co. I'm on Etsy. And the email to order things is in the link in my TikTok. Thanks for coming. It was really nice having you visit with us. See you next time.